Hi guys, so welcome back. It is me and Gavin today, and we're going to go over the FA Cup draw for the next round, mate. How you
And
feeling?
I'll say this off the fucking bat before anybody fucking jumps on it. Oh, Arsenal get another easy draw with Southampton. Oh, they're just getting everything handed to them. You know what? Chelsea didn't have a fucking hard run in either. Anyway, we beat Mansfield. We'll take that. We go on. Obviously, we have to travel to St Mary's. Where in the past we've actually had some fortune there, so
Mm,
it's not going to be a I'd love to say it's going to be a 5-0 like it did against Mansfield, but playing on that fucking awful pitch, maybe fucking not. But St Mary's obviously it was a Premier League stadium, Premier League ground. They're obviously trying to get back into the Premier League. Um, Probably not. They've had an upside down season. If I'm to be honest,
yeah,
the game could go either way because that team. I think me and you spoke about it in the. Well, I think you actually mentioned it in the review of the Mansfield game. We absolutely smashed Wigan in the first half.
mm,
Absolutely, in the second half, it wasn't even a fucking game to be honest. But then against Mansfield, we just looked uncomfortable the whole time. So it really depends how that team plays. We'll have the better team. We definitely will have the better squad playing.
yeah, yeah. I
But
think you're right. I think the Wigan result they didn't come close to really getting a result against you because you just outclassed them.
yeah,
Mansfield. Obviously, when we did the preview, I backed you. I thought you were going to blow
yeah,
him away, and it was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I think
yes.
he'll correct that for this one. I don't think there'll be as much leeway. Like you said, Southampton have been a bit 50-50 this year. I could see Arsenal just going, do you know what? No. And then just turning up and just absolutely nailing them to a cross.
I
Um,
don't know what the dates are though, because that could also play a factor. If we get past Leverkusen and then
I didn't think
Champions
about
League
that.
in
Yeah.
it depends when it falls. 'Cause obviously, this week, well, if you look at City, City have City had Newcastle, then they play Real Madrid, and then they've got whoever they're in the Premier League, which we marked it doing. West Ham, they've got you boys on Saturday,
Yeah.
then they've got Madrid a game, and then they've got us in the Carabao Cup final. Like that can take a massive hit on teams, especially if you're playing midweek twice in the space of 2 weeks, and then how's the legs going to fare? Because
Mm,
let's be honest, West Ham usually have a break. Um,
yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
play in midweek. Well, as far as I know, there isn't that you've not got a game
No.
outstanding or anything. So you have that break. So it really depends with the teams that are still in Europe. Because you've still got Liverpool still in Europe. You've
Mhm.
still got Newcastle in Europe, but Newcastle got knocked out, so it doesn't fucking matter. I just had to get that in there. City are obviously still in Europe. Like you've still got teams that are still in Europe that will have to play the midweek games, and that could matter. Speaking about City Liverpool, I think we should just steamroll into that. No one really gives a shit about Arsenal Southampton. The main one is City goes to Liverpool at the Etihad.
Yeah,
How do you see that going?
problem is, right, seeing the league, I'd go City. Seeing cup football, Liverpool are our team in knockout stages. They are an annoying team to play.
They are.
Um, so do you know what? I'd want to say City, but I could see Liverpool edging it.
Yeah, either one of them can win it is the thing.
Oh yeah,
You,
yeah,
you look at the Liverpool Wolves game. Liverpool absolutely knocked the granny out of Wolves. You look at City, travel to St James's Park, made 10 changes, and arguably played like it was their starting team.
yeah, yeah.
And
Uh,
they
it,
made Newcastle look inept at St James's. That has
yeah,
to be said. It's not easy to go to St James's and get any point. Well, it wasn't. It's not a point. It's obviously a cup, but getting a result, they made it look fucking easy. And I'll say this: there's four fucking balls that phased through that 6 yard box and it landed in the back post. If City had a player at that back post every time, that scoreline is getting outrageously bad for Newcastle.
so
But
I
Newcastle
I
didn't go
think I
through.
agree with you. I think City's. on the up. I would back you with the fact though that yes, Liverpool did turn up and give Wolves a seeing to, but they didn't do that midweek.
No, they
And
didn't.
this is where as much as I think Liverpool are probably better in knockout football, they're like a flip of a coin at the moment. They just don't seem to get any consistency. I don't know what's going on. It's been a thing all season this season, but they seem to be able to score goals, but I don't know what at the back they're useless, and that's saying something considering I severely respect Van Dijk. I think he's one of the best centre backs in the league.
Yeah.
But what's going on?
Been wobbly. It's the word to use. Their defense has been absolutely wobbly. The whole all the back line. Obviously, Frimpong came in, started playing well, got injured. Tipkes hasn't really hit the heights he was supposed to, in my opinion. Van Dijk, I don't know if it's the fact that he's more worried of having Konate next to him, Bambi on ice, so if he's just his head's just not there. Obviously, his heart will be in with Liverpool, but it's like his head's just not. He's committing fouls that he shouldn't have to. But I think you're right. I think this one's a touch of a point. It really, really depends who turns up that day. Depends if Pep decides to go all guns blazing and absolute fuck Liverpool. It also depends if Slot does a Slot masterclass and loses in the Prem and then comes out and smashes City.
Yeah.
It really fucking depends.
His priority seems odd at the moment. I don't actually think he's choosing it either. I think his team's just going, I will turn up today.
Yeah, absolutely. I generally think he has no clue of what the fuck is going on. He just puts the names on the team sheet. Team goes out and does what they want. That's honestly how it looks. It's on how it looks. But that's obviously 2 ties we've covered.
Chelsea Port Vale.
I was going to say, don't go Chelsea Port Vale, the fucking dire one. It's the absolute fucking dire.
Do you know the one thing, right? I will give Port Vale fans their dues, right? As soon as the draw was done, TNT was showing all the little tweets from Port Vale. Yes, I wanted them lot. Go on then. And you sit there going, do you know what, right? I can appreciate that. I love the bottle of just going, we'll give Chelsea a game. To be fair, right? I didn't expect Wrexham to give them as much of a hard time as they did. And Chelsea were very lucky in the end to get through.
Yes, definitely.
So,
absolutely.
Could there be a banana skin? Do you know what, right? I love an underdog. I'd love to see it. Could you imagine seeing Chelsea get put out by Port Vale? I'd be loving that, by the way. That'd be unbelievable.
We played Port Vale in the Carabao Cup, and it was quite comfortable, but at times Port Vale knocked the ball about as if they didn't give a fuck who they were playing, and that's not a slight on them or anything. It's a very much sort of like we're going to go out, we're going to play football. If we lose, we lose. If we win, we win.
Well, that's the thing.
That's what they need to against Chelsea.
These non-Premier League teams, it is very much of like, who are you then? And then they just go at you and they just give you everything because they know that the next time that they get to this stage might be in 10 years or something. And like,
absolutely.
I'm not trying to make out that we're Goliath and they're tiny, but like,
if you look at league standings, though, it is like that though.
Well, it's also the fact that it funds them, doesn't it? If they come to the Emirates, they go to the Etihad, or like even if they come to us, a team like Port Vale, like one of the tweets was, hopefully that will pay for a new pitch next season. And you sit there going, it's class patter. Like I have to give them their dues. I love the banter around it. So I'd love to see Port Vale disappoint Chelsea fans. It'd be hilarious.
You always love to see, as you say, a non-Premier League team get far in the competition. Look at the one that comes to my mind every time I think about it is Wigan. They got relegated from the Prem. Obviously, they were in the Prem, but they got relegated from the Prem. And then they won it against City, who no one was backing Wigan to fucking win that. Not a chance. But you love teams like that they have no hope. Or, sorry, they should have no hope. Chelsea should go out, absolutely batter them up and down the pitch. But somehow Port Vale get a winner. Somehow they manage to find a way. That is the beauty of the FA Cup. And you can see it happening. You can see Chelsea being arrogant.
Because
when are Chelsea not arrogant?
I've already seen a couple of posts and tweets saying that it was never in doubt and stuff like that. And you sit there going, you were being bitched by Wrexham until João Pedro come on the pitch. Because
Yeah.
if he didn't come on, that was going to pens, in my opinion. I didn't see that going their way. There was no way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I actually saw this, and I'm going to try and find it because folk are going to absolutely attack Arsenal for, oh, you got another easy fucking cup tie. Chelsea's, I know it was like Port Vale now, played Wrexham, one was Hull, and the other one was another non-Premier League side. So before any fucking Chelsea fan want to come at Arsenal and say we got the easier fucking draw, yeah, we got the easier draw out of fucking City, Liverpool, West Ham, Leeds, the ones that were remaining. You go fucking Port Vale, and you haven't played a Premier League side in the FA Cup as far as I'm aware. So
Yeah.
pipe the fuck down, or you'll get put out.
Well, I suppose that moves nicely on to the next one. Is we've got Leeds at home, so
Your form at home is so upsy down, fucking inside out, fucking. You don't know whether you're going to turn up and play, or if you're just going to turn up.
just genuinely, the only way I looked at that fixture is I wanted us, because I agree with you. Our home form is, I hate to know the odds. Whereas going away, you'd love it, but the problem is going away is to Ellen Road, and I don't want to go away to Ellen Road. So I'd
Yeah.
rather make Leeds more uncomfortable and come to us and try and just win at home. So I was kind of happy that we got the home fixture.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very interesting game. I think now that we seem to be on a bit of a momentum bounce, we seem to be playing well. I think that's one of the few games where it has to be a full starting 11 for that. I don't think you can play a B team now. I think that's something
Does it matter how the league's going?
I think yes, but I think also like the way teams around us seem to be going, like Spurs don't look like they could buy a win at the moment, touch wood.
Yeah.
Forest look a bit on and off. So it's teams like Leeds, Burnley that you want to just knock the wind out their sails sort of job, because we
Mhm.
seem to be kind of riding high at the moment. Even after a little bit of a stumble at Liverpool, all right, the result probably outweighs what should have happened, but
Yeah.
still, I'm confident for Leeds, mate. I think it'll be a good game. I don't think it'll be clear cut either way. I think that it will be another really. None of our fixtures in the FA Cup have been, and I think it's in the last 3, have all gone to extra time. So at the moment, I could quite easily see this happening to Leeds, but
Yeah.
we'll have to
No,
wait and see.
absolutely. I think the only reason I bring the Premier League form up, and it's not so much the teams around you, but it's if you. I don't know how many games there are in between now and the next round of the FA Cup, but I think there's an international break somewhere. I could be totally fucking wrong. I think I am wrong actually, but say you've got 3 Premier League games within that and you lose every single one on the bounce, do you then concede that you're going down and you put out the full shebang against Leeds? Or if you go above Spurs and are looking like they're on the ascendancy of getting more points, do you then rest the likes of Tati Castellanos? Do you rest Bowen? Do you risk them? Like that was my question of thought. I think if you look at it though, if you look at Leeds in general, their FA Cup, I watched their game against Birmingham, sorry. I thought they should be put out. Birmingham played way much better. Leeds looked like the championship side. Birmingham looked like the fucking Prem team in that tie.
Yeah.
I think it generally depends, and this isn't again a slight on West Ham. But I think it also depends how how Leeds turn up.
Mm-hmm.
If Leeds turn up and they don't really give a toss about it, and West Ham can pick away at them, West Ham all day. If Leeds come in the nitty gritty and they're winning all the duels, the 50-50s, the aerial battles, It's a hard team to break down sometimes, Leeds.
I think the one positive for Nuno's pre-match for Brentford is that when he was asked like what sort of priority it was, he said he's not gonna, no matter where we are in the league, whether we're safe or not, he's not going to deprioritise it because of the. And I like the way he answered it. He was like, because of the history in the cup, because of the history in the cup from our club. Because I didn't realise we're the last non-top tier team to win it. So because we weren't in the first division the last time we won it, it was 1980. So when you look at that and you sit there and you go, fair enough, actually, the cup means quite a bit then. So I like that he's kind of turned around and gone, no, we're just going to play every game like it's important. So as much as I agree with you, if I want to stay up as well, I don't want us to get relegated, but I'm glad that he's just kind of turned around and he's like, every game's important. We're going to make sure that we give 110 in every. So it's, I'm confident. I think we'll give Leeds a good game. I don't think, like I said, like you said, mate, it depends on what Leeds turns up because I think it will be close. But if we've got a starting 11 on, I'd like to say we take it to them.
Right, quick fire. We'll do a quick fire of who we think will win each one. We'll start with West Ham Leeds. Mr. Positivity over here.
I think we've got it. I will back us. I think we'll beat Leeds.
I would like to back these as well.
Yeah.
I think he's can. I think the more likely will be West Ham. Go with Southampton Arsenal.
It's you guys. Do you know what, mate? The problem is, right, I don't see there being an upset for you guys, mainly for the fact that even when you look off it, you control the game enough that you still grind out the results. And that it's very much that Liverpool thing that I said on the last video. It's champions and people and teams that win can still get those results. So you're beating Southampton, mate.
The only way I see Southampton winning is if somehow it's a midweek game. I don't think it can be a midweek game. But I was trying to think, when's the next break? That
the only time I see them winning is a freak accident, so you get a red. So like something goes terribly wrong.
Put this on your bet, Anaka.
or it goes to pens. If it goes to pens, that I could potentially see that because you've got Raya, who's obviously he's a class keeper, but obviously it's the outfield players that you got to worry about really when you're Arsenal for penalties. So that's the only time I can see you losing that.
I'll definitely back Arsenal though. I'm just pointing a kind of poking the stick and see what button comes back there.
Yeah.
But no, definitely. So we've got West Ham, Arsenal. We'll save the best for last. We'll go Chelsea, Port Vale.
What do I think is going to happen, or what do I want to happen?
I'm going to fucking buy in here, Port Vale. I genuinely fucking see Port Vale just turning the fucking tables on Chelsea and it being an absolute meltdown for fucking Bozanier or whatever his fucking name is.
So I would love to see Port Vale put Chelsea out because I think it would be absolutely hilarious. I'd be surprised. The problem is, right, Chelsea are very similar to you guys in City where they have so much squad depth that they can chuck on 4 players that are worth triple the value of Port Vale's club. But do you know what? I'm going to go with my heart. I want Port Vale. I think Port Vale will win it. I'm
going Port Vale. I think Chelsea will just overlook them and think they'll absolutely spank them up and down the pitch. And is that a possibility? It absolutely is. As you said, they've got the players to. However, Port Vale, what's a quarter-final matchup, there's a reason they're there. They would be winning games no matter how they do it. They deserve to be there because they've won the games. Who's to say they can't beat Chelsea in a one-off game? It's always fucking possible. But I know I'm fucking hoping too. Okay, say Liverpool. This is the interesting one.
The problem is, it's really. I would. See, if you'd given me Liverpool last year, I'd have said Liverpool, but I'm actually going to say it's City. I think City will edge it.
I'm going to City too. This is fucking boring because we picked the same ones. But the reason I'm going with City is I want them to play more games. I do not want them to have an extra week break than
So
what Arsenal do.
I didn't go City because of that. So I went City, obviously, because I don't have a run in the title race, really. But I went City just because of the fact I think the 2 Wolves games for Liverpool just is really telling that
Yeah.
Liverpool might turn up and it will be end to end with City, or City are going to spank the absolute life out of them. And the problem is at the moment, no one, like, I think even the best gamblers on the planet couldn't predict what Liverpool's going to turn up. So,
No.
but I also think you're right. The midweek games is what will kill or cure this. But
I
Pep
think
also
so too.
doesn't sound like he. I saw an interview with him, and he doesn't sound any different from Nuno. He sounds like he's prioritising everything. He wants to win
Yeah, but he's
everything this
always
year.
like that. He's
But
always
no,
like
what
that.
I
He
mean
doesn't
is he's
like
not
fucking
even gone
losing.
like, well, we might just focus on the league. He has literally just gone, no, everything's important. He's just like,
But it's easy to say that when your second squad, and I'll say this for Arsenal too, it's easy to say that when your second string team is as good as it is. As I say, they went up to St James's Park, changed 10 players.
oh
Fucking
yeah,
10 players.
yeah,
And it looked no fucking different. They just absolutely went through Newcastle. I think the most um consistent team is City.
yeah,
And that's why you go with City. As an
yeah.
Arsenal fan, I want City to go through to play more games, to fucking run their legs tired. But yeah, very, very last question. Who do you want in the next round if you're lucky to get through?
Whoa. So if I don't want Port Vale if they go through, because I don't want to go out to Port Vale. So if I'm honest, I don't want you lot either, without saying horrible. So
So you want to upset your Liverpool?
I'd rather City or Liverpool, because the problem is, right, on a one-off game, we gave Liverpool a
Mhm.
good game. The scoreline doesn't do us any favours. We conceded 2 very cheap goals very early. That's completely on us, by the way. That's not me saying they shouldn't have been allowed. It was just stupidity from us. You take the
Yeah,
rest of the game, though, there's only really a goal in it. And
yeah.
in cup football, yeah, I'd like, and obviously I know City are one of the most consistent teams in the league, but it's a team that I would be more happy of. The problem with you lot is you control the game too much, and we like to go on the counter.
Yeah.
And we're both,
Yes.
as much as we're both physical teams, you're smarter at it than we are. So the
Yeah,
problem is,
but what
I'd
you're
like
saying
City
there,
next. City or
what you're
Liverpool, if
saying
you're
there,
going to do it.
Mansfield countered us a few times. We play that high up the pitch that the counter attack is always on. So
Mm.
you could put um, what's the word I'm looking for? More joy than you're initially thinking. If I'm being honest, I want you boys. I said I wanted you boys in the quarterfinals. I think these will get past these, and I want you boys. And I'm not saying this for it to be, oh, West Ham's easy during the relegation battle. I genuinely want it because I genuinely think this will make it interesting. Our next video, us two, Jay. If we lose,
Yeah.
if Arsenal lose, I'm never gonna hear the fucking end of it in this fucking video. And if Arsenal win, I'm still not gonna hear the fucking end of it because there'll be some sort of bad fucking decision the referee's done or something.
So the problem
But
is,
I think it'll be a good game either way.
what you need to happen really is for Chelsea to go through as well, really, because ideally for you, because they've had an even easier run than you have, really. So then,
Yeah,
if they go through and all, you can go, we have had an easy run, but what about them lot? Because they've
yeah,
struggled a lot more against the teams that they've been playing. Because
yeah,
ideally, if Chelsea went through, I'd want Chelsea, if I'm honest, because
yeah,
I like 3-2, and for 60 odd minutes we played them off the park. So if as much as I want Port Vale to go through, if they don't, give us Chelsea. Go on, I'll have that. But
I'll take that.
yeah, I think a game against you lot, I think it'd be a good laugh. I do think, and I think it'd definitely be one Nuno would put a feather in his cap for. I think he'd be right up for that.
Yeah. Well, over the past couple of seasons, yous have done really well against us, and it pains me to fucking say it. But yous have definitely halted our progression in winning titles. For the past 2 seasons, you just seem to be able to just get our number. So hopefully we get yous, we fucking beat yous, and we beat yous in the league, and then we lift every fucking trophy possible. That's the fucking goal here. That is what I'm saying, and that is what I am signing off with.